why the inquest was postponed later around 6 p.m. today, and later being published by around 7:40 something, was pathologists are not yet available. And the date is very, very close. Like, they are expected yesterday. Since today will be the inquest, they are expected yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
So the inquest will contain the pathologist and the result of the autopsy. Though the autopsy result is available, but yet unread, yet unknown. Because the pathologist will be available to defend whatever they brought over there. And the autopsy also, the doctors need to be available to defend it. So it will make no sense giving a room to the autopsy alone and still adjourning the case for another day for the pathologist to come around. So that is it, and that is the reason why it was postponed. And when they contact the pathologist, according to the source, the pathologist says they are going to communicate them before the month runs out. That is why they use the word till further notice. When they're talking about further notice, it may be next week, it may be 2-3 days, it may be a year, it may be a month.
Wow.
So they are going to communicate to us. Remember when it was postponed the last time, they didn't give a specific date, not until 48 hours. After 48 hours, they give a date, which happens to be today. So we should be expecting maybe any update around Monday, latest around Monday. We should be expecting any updates on that. But we are not relenting. I am not relenting. We work hand in hand, and we are going into it day in, day out to get the legitimate information. And that is how it has been. And that is
Yeah, personally, Arifa, I believe that having to have them prime boy coming to court to hear their own coroner inquest, cross-examination, shouldn't have anything to do with the pathology or the autopsy. There have been coroner inquest on all other prime suspects that has nothing to do, even while the autopsy was ongoing and when the pathology was being requested. Sure, you understand? So, really and truly, they should give us prime boy's submission and his full statement and for his cross-examination in the coroner inquest, even before the pathology or before the autopsy result is being read to the world. You know, so I personally am suspecting some foul play and all of this. But if I would digress a little bit to what has been going on TikTok in the last few days and few weeks. I was still gonna call you today. Apparently, I had my team was telling me something about what all those platforms were doing. Maybe a phone call about kidnapping and all of this. One thing I want us to understand is, in this platform, we are not pro or anti anybody. We're just trying to use our church mind. We are using our mind to just fight for justice and to find every means of how this justice is going to be served for the whole world. Because I won't say this justice is for Aloba anymore. It's for all of us, good Nigerians. Nigerians that are educated, Nigerians that have brain, that are not trying to conspire or try to manipulate this justice for Mohbad, you know. And me, they said my name is there too. So me, I'm just waiting for them, and I know they have representative in London. So I don't know why the representative cannot contact me direct, ask me for my number, and let us have a location to meet. Because all this social media ranting and whatnot, dragging, it's not really the solution. You know, so if we jam ourselves one-on-one, face-to-face, then one can then tell what is what and who is who. And then justice will be served immediately. That one, there will be a message across that I'll send to them. So all this, to me, I believe they're just trying to shut people up. They're trying to shut people down. And they're trying to discourage and make it like, I'm Afjaku Sunyini. Once you guys are tired, then we will hear our voice. They are going around. They are begging people. They are trying to let people be on their side. They are trying to win people's hearts, asking them forcefully, going to people's inbox, trying to tell them why they should support this, support that. And if they don't support this, they don't want to hear them talk. Even some accounts, I've been sending message. Say if they give you money, say you will keep quiet. Say you will not use your platform to promote justice and all of this. So it shows. I know these people, they are still fully active on their life, and they are there. And like I said that day he was on this live, I did mention something that all the hosts that are hosting this Justice for Mohbad, one way or the other, with their crowd and everything, we should always try to encourage and try to understand that we're not going to give up on this Justice for Mohbad. We have started it from the beginning, and we are going to be here till we get that justice, no matter what. This is a sign of how most of us went to university, and we have valuta, and we always fight for justice, and we have fight for injustice, and try to get justice for what we believe is right, even while we are in school. You know, I remember so many alutas that have been to Alausa Secretariat and all of these, that I was a front man when we was in school, where we have to do all these things just because we are fighting for justice. Maybe a police accidentally killed a student, and we don't have to let that go. We have to fight for that justice and make sure that we... So, Lake Matt, I know you are joining. You're already here. You live in the UK. Should have sent me your number. Let us meet up. This Lake Matt. Let us meet up and DM me, or I will DM you my number. You are in the UK now. Let us share our location and meet each other. Sure you get. So that way we will know. You understand? We will know. Whether it's by force to support somebody or whatnot. You understand? Because all they come to do is just to distract and discourage people from getting justice for Mohbad, and coming to give us wrong information that some people are being bullied, some people are shaking it on, and whereas that's exactly what you guys are doing. Yeah, go ahead, Marifa.
Thank you so very much, Lagata, and thank you, the panelists. I am not surprised, but I am only shocked when I heard your name, that your name was mentioned also. At first, I thought it was a mind game. Not until I saw a video where you was being shouted after and being blocked, you know, there at that toxic platform. But I am sorry, I don't know if I'm permitted to talk the way I feel. Am I?
Well, you can go ahead. Against our platform, there I'm sure you can talk about it. In as much as
okay.
We have rules and
if you felt I'm going out of the, I'm going against the rule, I'll be grateful if you call me back.
Okay, good.
You understand?
Okay.
All right. What I'm trying to express is, I am supposed to point an accusing finger at you.
Okay.
Because thank God you understand Yoruba. The Yoruba adage says, which means you should have, seen the issue before you go into it. I was at a particular platform some times ago where you are. Kunibaja was there also with some other panelists. I could hear how it goes. There you declare to be part of them, to work with them, hand in hand and all that. Since then, I've been, trying to avoid some kind of platform, which your platform was included. But as a man, at times you walk into a den of lion. If you felt you can go alive and come alive, you must not be worried about the injured or the injury you're going to sustain. But just make sure you achieve your aim. You go alive and you come alive. But like I said earlier, I'm kind of confused when I saw you being, they blocked you, all sort of things like that. Well, I personally don't have issue with any of them. Like I always said, I don't have issue with any of them. The only thing that could give me that can cause issue between us is they are going against the justice. They've turned themselves to the anti-justice.
Yeah, before you go for that, let me just say on that, which obviously is the reason why I was on that thing that day. Some people are thinking that I am part of them. No, it's a two different things. And obviously that interject with obviously your platform and Westo and Sele. And these are the things. With the foundation thing, from the beginning, this platform, myself, I was against the foundation from a very long time, even before you came out. Arifa, I'd never observed your name then. You understand? So I was against it because I was able to see beyond the damage of the foundation when the foundation came out from the African television. Yeah? And that is what actually transpired between our team and Westo. So he wanted to follow the foundation, and we are saying no, we don't want to follow the foundation. So on that side, that stand obviously as a dispute between us and Westo, yeah? And Sele was involved then as well. Then on the other hand, one of their speaker, which is Wendy Gold, was only private message me, and the only thing he spoke to me about was how we are going to make sure the foundation will not stand. Do you understand? So now, on Westo's side, there's beef because we are fighting against the foundation. On their side, he was supporting that the foundation should not hold. And that was because it was on our live the day the man was exposed that his company was not registered in anywhere in Europe or United Kingdom. There was proof of all these things. And everybody that knows him one-on-one in Belgium, they gave us the information and they told us the past thing he has done that is not a man of a credibility. So which is the reason why we are against the foundation. So when I went to their platform, the only thing that was discussed on their platform at the time was because African television was there, and like 40 people have sent me and shared their life to me. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, who is this? Tell me, whatever. Messi found me. And I went there, I joined them. African television was there. I showed them the same proof that I had against that man, that look, you're lying to people that your African television is registered in the United Kingdom. No, it's not registered. He said it's registered in Belgium. No, it's not registered. So I opened the camera and I showed them the proof of the African television being dissolved and liquidated in Belgium and United Kingdom. So officially, the African television is not registered. And from that moment was when Wendy messaged me in private that, bro, we need to talk. I said, okay. I gave him my number. We spoke. He said, I like how you expose this man foundation. because some of them are going to fall for it, blah, blah, blah. And that was the only thing. And I made it clear on their life. If they have all the recording, they can come and play it. I made it clear to them, on the foundation, we are together because we need so many forces. We need so many hands and group to actually let people know that this foundation is fraud. And the man was trying to, scam people and use this. And eventually, it all came to pass. Having to give percentage, Mohbad African Television Foundation, it was wrong. But the idea of the foundation is a good idea. But how he's going about it is wrong. If you want to do a foundation and you want people to pay for all this job money, we all can contribute and put that money towards it, knowing for the fact that the money we are putting there, we are not making or gaining anything from that. But rather we are doing it for Mohbad and to set up the foundation, and for when it's properly set up, then people that will contribute there don't have to expect that I'm going to be giving 5%, I'm going to be giving 10% or 5%, So this was the idea. And it was with me on that. And that is the only connection. And I always tell them, even on our platform, we are not supporting anybody. We are not pro or anti anybody. We always say it on this platform. That is where the mix-up came from. Do you understand? So some Team Westo was thinking, Lagata betray Westo to go and join Messi found me. But no, I was never part of them. The only single thing that tied us as at then was that I want to make sure with everything, every power, every summer, even I will go and be friend with my enemy to tackle that foundation, those period. And when I was on that life, I made them understood that me, Lagata, I am not pro anti anybody. Anybody that buy Mohbad, anybody that conspire to have hands in Mohbad's death, God should please bring them out, let them face the wrath and get the justice for Mohbad. That is the only thing. And they should go and play. If they have a video that they said me, I'm pro anybody, I'm supporting anybody, they should bring it out. So this is the thing. I don't know what they were being fed in private. You understand? But me, I know that the only thing that joined us was that foundation. I'm not a coward. Yeah? And with the education that I have, I can't be in the same class as them. Because it's clear that they are not looking for justice. They are not looking for justice. So if you talk about Marifa, for those who know. And the Western that I would not love to talk about anymore. But because he's still lingering around the whole situation, and we have to talk about it so that there will be a lot of clearance. You understand? I don't need to justify myself with anybody. On this platform that we are now, currently, I can count 1, 2, 3. I can count 3 people on this panel, and I can count like 5 in the comment section that knows all about the situation with Westo. And the reason I didn't take that further was because I came to realize that all those things were distractions. And I believe that this is not about me or about Westo. It's about justice for Mohbad. So in between, there was conflict and there was, misunderstanding and everywhere and there. There were lies that was lie on top of me and all of that, and even on the team. There were things that were said to people for people to hate and have wrong impression. But all those things, to me, I just believe, you know what? These are distractions. And the only way to get over this is to stop engaging people and just understand that this is not about me. It's not about Westo. It's about Mohbad. That's why we are here, fighting for the justice. You understand? I was on your platform. I saw how Prince was dragged on that day by Westo himself. And you see all those things that was said on your platform. This is the thing about social media. People will lie, and they like to get people on their side and be the victim. The prince that was dragged, Arifa was absolutely an innocent guy. He has done nothing wrong. He has done nothing wrong. And just because he keep lying to people and we keep quiet because we don't want it to seem like he's Westo versus Lagata when it's not actually for us. It was for justice for Mohbad. But you don't need to lie to make people feel sorry for you. Because Arifa, if I give you all the proof about Westo, if I send you all the proof, you will get it straight. You will understand it. Because Okurolumani Oloto Nwani Kashamfa. You understand? So it is not just a thing that is not for Mohbad. Because I've drag it. We are deviating and we are going to be giving people's like those platform energy to have something on us. And I believe that, okay, you know what? I will keep quiet. I will just face the justice for Mohbad. But I am telling you, Tiroba Lofogun Ojo, Odito Matele, Nijo Konjo one day. So that way, people will know the truth and people will understand why you should never hear one side of the story to judge anybody in this life. Because once you hear one side of the story, no matter what that person wants to say to you, you will have that impression about that person and think, everybody is sorry for me, all is sorry for me. You understand? So, to be honest, it's not about me. I'm not making any money from this. I'm not gaining anything from this. I'm just trying to see how we can get justice for Mohbad and how we can continue to grow and be together and not give up on this justice for Mohbad. So, that's only my interest in it. A lot of lie was said, a lot of things, lie, misinformation, went to tell people that I cancel African Television Foundation because I want to use my own foundation for Baba Mohbad and for all of this. And, you know, a lot of things were said. But I believe that it is not about me or about anybody else. Rather, the only thing that brought us here together. 5 months ago, I don't know who Arifa is. All of these people on this platform, I do not know anybody. Is this justice for Mohbad that brought us together? And it's not everybody that started the journey together that will end the journey together. If Arifa say that I want to support Baba Mohbad, if Arifa say I want to support Iya Mohbad, if Lagata saying I don't want to support Iya Mohbad, I don't want to support, it doesn't have to be fights. It does not have to be war. It does not have to be enmity. Just let us respect one another. Stay in your lane. Don't intimidate anybody. Let them do what they want to do. And that was the case of this team and Westo. Westo said categorically that he wants to support African Television and is behind the foundation and they want to go for it. And I said, and some of us, like I said, 3 on this platform, maybe I might not be able to mention their name. I said they want to unmute and talk. But we now say we don't want to be part of that. That we don't want to be part of the foundation because we can see a lot of things. And it was discussed in the group. And the group that was discussed, Westo was there. And he still insists that that is what he wants to do. And he's the host. So, to respect the host, to respect his decision, to respect his submission, everybody have to just go their ways. Say you grab. So that was the only reason what happened there in between the conversation. So that was why I was never pro Wunmi or anti Wunmi. I'm just for justice for Mohbad. And that's why we stayed. Thank you, Arifa. Well, that just explains.
I do. I understand everything, and there are some couple of words that need to be digested, which I don't really need to ask you further about. If you understand. But the only thing I think I just need to point out as a correction, if I may, is if you right track. You owe nobody apology.
Of course.
If you felt you're doing the right thing, you owe nobody explanation.
Yeah.
And if you believe this is what I'm supposed to do, you're not supposed to call anybody's attention. Budi man, I cite you, my brother, my boss, my father, and my everything on the game of justice for Mohbad. That's my backbone. Now, what I'm trying to say is this, Alagata. These people really ride on your name. They really ride on your name. Yamoroko, I cite you, my mom. Thank you so much, mom. They really ride on your name. When I said ride on your name, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is I went to different kind of platforms. Thank you, ma. Where I will later find out that you are. They said, because you're not there, don't let me say you are. They said you happens to be their information getter. You're the one that spies around, that passed them. There was a lady that even said you promised to give them full details about Westo if needed. And I have to match that with what you said on Mercy Found Me, that faithful money that you're talking about, that you're fully part of them now. Because you failed to break it down for them
I never
that day.
said that. I was
What you said that day, you see, Yoruba do says, Balẹ̀ tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ tí ò lá, òun ló ní kán fọ́ òun ló dó lẹ́nu. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àsọ̀rọ̀ yín ọ̀rọ̀, òun ló pa ilé ìpè àkọ́kọ́. You understand? Ó sọ wípé igbá wúwo jù àwo lọ. Instead tó fi máa là wípé igbá tútù ó wúwo ju àwo lọ. Ìgbà tán wá gbé igbá sílẹ̀ tán gbé àwo sílẹ̀ tán rí pé àwo wúwo ju gbá lọ, wọ́n na baálẹ̀ pa. You ought to have, make it extremely clear. For someone like me and others that might not even have opportunity of talking to you like this. The intoxication of that platform makes so many people create a thread for people among them. And what I'm trying to say is this. I just believe you are yourself. No one can force you to be like him or her. I am myself. No one can force me to be like him or her. But what you said that day, you have your own interpretation in your mind. You felt they understand you. You believe others also understand you, the way you express yourself. Meanwhile, what you said is what we want to hear. We did not know what you have in mind or what you are trying to say. That's why sometimes I don't try to say, I actually say it. The point is, you said now you're fully part of the team. Meanwhile, the team you're trying to say you're fully part of is the team that will go against the African foundation of anything, because you don't want people to be scammed. You want to avoid a story that touched.
Yes.
When I started the live broadcast, I thought my first assignment that I did successfully was that African television. And why did I go deep into it? I spent not less than, okay, don't let me just say the actual amount. I think I spent a little. Before I could know where he stays at Songo, before I could gather some kind of solid information from his family member and all that, to know who he is, how financially solid he is, how rich is this man. And I later find out the man was not who he presents himself to be. That gives me an extra energy to work further down to Daddy Mo. What is the connection between you and this man? And he narrated to me, this is how it is, this is how it is. I was like, okay, Lekon, do this. Let's take this issue up. There are so many secrets I still have about the contract of the thing that I just decided to swallow them and let it go. Let the sleeping dog lie. If not, I have some kind of people that they are interested in the case. They want to pick him up. They really want to pick him up. And I have so many evidence of people that have sent money to him. You know, different kind of evidences are with me concerning him. That's why I was forced to invite him.
I did not have, and every other thing else, all the foundation, all the
He actually invited me to their WhatsApp group when I was lamenting, I personally, as my profession, Muferu Mubad. I only need some backup from, influential people, so that it soon comes around tomorrow and said, you understand all those stuffs. And as long run, he met me at the particular platform. Maybe he has been in FYP or what is it called, listening to me. He just decided to come into the platform and, come up and was like, Arifa, I'm interested in knowing you. Will you be at the court tomorrow? I said, yes, I've always been at the court. I'm on my lane. I don't want to go deep into Mohbad's case because I'm the kind of man that when I decide to do something, I do it and I achieve my goal. And there is no sense in starting what you cannot finish. Now, we met at the courtroom, we exchanged contact, then he added me to the group. Later in the night, I found myself there. I gathered information that they wanted to do a particular meeting or so at the Zoom. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know. That I don't even know. Yeah. At the end of the day that I found myself at the group, it was like they have a meeting the following day at 8 p.m. or so. Okay, I thought it's the group meeting, maybe a call or something. But at the end of the day, I discovered it wasn't the call. They said a link, particularly a Zoom, is an application which I never heard about. I have to go through the link sent to me to download it, and I penetrate through it. I went to the meeting. I was there when he raised the issue of 15 million naira, which I can use against him anywhere on earth, where he stated a sum of 15 million naira for a particular lawyer he wanted to give to Daddy Mohbad, and that the lawyer wanted to quit the job before the sitting that same court day. Now he was the one who persuaded the lawyer that yes, the lawyer wants to collect a sum of 25 million, but he promised that after the inquest, subsequently, first of all, they will try to raise about 15 million for him, and subsequently they are going to pay the rest. Okay, I could listen to some of the women. They are very, very emotional. They're kind of okay. They are interested. They really want to help Daddy Mohbad, and they are going to raise the fund. Some promise 500 pounds. Some promise above. Some promise lesser, and all that, just to accumulate the 15 million within a couple of days. Now, I thought it was true at first. Not until that very night also, he said they need to put Daddy Mo on the payroll, where they should be giving him a sum of 200,000 naira, maybe weekly or monthly or so. But there was a woman that come against that. The woman said no one can force her to give Daddy Mo or else, unless she's willing to. So they shouldn't mandate Daddy Mo's, well-being on them. They should just manage and do things accordingly. Anybody that will to help Daddy Mo should. That she herself is willing to help, so it shouldn't be mandated there, but they just want to. Okay, I saw it that, well, it's a good one. After the meeting, when I got the attention of the contract, before Daddy Mo went to Oriyomi Hamzat, he promised to have a press conference with Daddy Mohbad. But that very day, Daddy Mohbad doesn't give an audience for the conference or something. I advised him that maybe it's because of misconduction through Adura's statement that destabilized the old man for him not to have time for the stuff. Just let him go.
They can't do that.
So, at long run, when I heard from a younger brother of Imole, Mohbad, he explained to me about the contract, and I was like, what do you think the contract is about? He said he don't know, but Daddy wasn't feeling too well with the contract because there are some places he's supposed to go. He can't because in the condition of the contract, he must not go anywhere unless the African television approves him to do so. But to my greatest surprise, I later find out that it wasn't a valid contract. It was just a cafe stuff. I just jot down a particular thing, or I went on a Google and bring out a particular document. I printed it out and I, using it to tie somebody down. I asked Daddy to let me lay my hands on the copy of the contract. He said the copy wasn't with me. I didn't even, I broke the copy. I didn't even have the copy at all. I said, okay, I will find a way to get that, which I do. Then I discover it's a kind of a contract that doesn't pass through any chamber, doesn't pass through any legal office before it was being signed. Then I started coming against the lawyer of Daddy Mohbad, like, what is this man up to? Do you have any personal interest in signing this particular contract? Because if you don't, you as a legal practitioner, you are supposed to come against something like this. The following day, I decided to call African television on phone. Sir, how are you doing? It claims to be okay. Okay, I would love to invite you to a particular program which I'll be the host on TikTok. I gave him my account and then he was like, okay, it's going to be there. No problem. All right, brother, let's be together. All right. When it came, the only mistake I made was I'm supposed to, make it me and him alone. But I thought the audience are so easy to control because I asked them to mute, which they did. But long run, when they are not comfortable with what he's saying, everybody starts unmuting, trying to come into the issue. But I think I still achieved the 3 questions I wanted to ask him, in which he gave me the answers I need to know.